Hey guys, it's Burter Butterbean Studio, and today uh, we're gonna try to make a submission for Trijam number 364. It's a 3-hour game jam. The theme is no stress, just vibes. So I'm gonna try to make a game. They have a cool soundtrack, 3-hour timer over here, and I think I'm gonna use GB Studio to make the game. Let me see if planning the game counts as time. Let me see. Rules. The time only counts for building your game, that is, any coding, making sound effects, music, art, and other assets. Writing a design doc, coming up with ideas, compiling your game, or making the itch.io page does not count. Okay, so we should be good to just start planning. But I'll play the soundtrack in the background. Some pretty cool music. I got my planner over here. So I already had some ideas in mind. Just lower the volume a little bit. All right, let me make the stock a little bit bigger. Right, that's probably not the way to do it. Okay, so game name. I was thinking of making a Pokemon fan game. So we'll call it Pokemon Dittos. Hmm. Dittos Eggline. Summary. Tamagotchi like experience where you take care of a Ditto in a daycare center and it can randomly lay eggs which you need to run around with and hatch. The newly hatched Pokemon are added to your Pokédex and you can sell them for currency to purchase food, cosmetics, furniture, and play space for your Ditto. Alright, core mechanics are going to be, I guess, like that Nintendogs feature where you use a stylus to like, pet your animal. So I guess I would use the D-pad to move a hand cursor, and you can just pat Ditto. Hand cursor that you move with the D-pad to pet a close-up version of Ditto, like Nintendogs. I guess you can play as a trainer and traverse popular known cities from the franchise. What else? I guess we'll work with that. I kind of just want to make some art already. So we'll make a 1000 pixel by 1000 pixel document, or we can try to keep this in line with 16 by 16. Let's see. Let's do a 1600 by 1600. It's not going to be that large. I'm also going to export my sheets as different sprite sheet animations, so we'll be good with that. Always like to make a new layer, and I have this cheat sheet over here for GB Studio. So the size of a background tile is 8 by 8. The size of a sprite tile is 8 by 16. 2 sprite tiles, 16 by 16. The largest we can go is 80 by 64. So this is going to be a little challenging because we have to make smaller sprites. So I'd say we try to aim for 16 by 16. There's a sprite limit in GB Studio as well. It's really hard to keep in line with it. I guess it's because I'm used to drawing in larger dimensions, but this is a cool little challenge. Alright, so we need a reference image of our Ditto. So we can go over to Pokemon DB, search for Ditto. We got Ditto right here. It's an adorable pink little boo. We have sprites of what he looks like in different generations. Generation 1 would be interesting. Generation 2, I like that sprite. But I kind of want him to be animated a little bit. I like this one. Oh, okay. So let's make a new sprite, and I have the GB Studio color swatch over here. Let's use 1 pixel outline. I wonder if we go 1616 or we try 32. That's hard though, because that's already 8 sprite tiles. So yeah, let's keep it small. I guess I kind of was interested in doing Ditto because of that new Pokemon game that came out, Pokopia. So I wanted to do something in homage of that. Such a popular game. I don't have a Switch 2, but if I did, I'd probably definitely pick that game up. Hey, Snowly, thanks for joining the stream. Happy to have you here. We're making a Pokemon fan game. You walked into a surprise. Gonna make this in 3 hours. You think I can do it? Hey, Gary. Well, you're actually second. Snowly was here first, but I appreciate you joining the stream. Yeah, we're making a game in GB Studio. You know who this Pokemon is? Well, you might know if you look at the layer names on the right. Oh, you're gonna drive soon? Alright, man. I wish you safe travels. Thanks for stopping by for a little bit. I appreciate that. I love how tedious pixel art can be, especially working in the small dimensions. It can take a while to make art. I don't even know if I'm shading correctly, but I'm trying my best here. You spend hours too? Yeah, you really get lost in it. But I think what's even more fun is just the nostalgia of remembering that games back in the day were made in this style, and they did so well. Trying to make his eyes kind of bob all over the place. His mouth too. Yeah, for sure. The limitations, I agree on that. It was cool also seeing the games that surpassed or exceeded what the hardware was limited to. I think there was a Resident Evil game that was being planned to be made on Game Boy Advance. There was a demo out there. Um, yeah, that was pretty impressive. I think a 3-frame animation should be good for Ditto, right? Doesn't need to be too crazy. I'm gonna make some variation on the legs. Oh, Resident Evil Gaiden? Okay. Oh yeah, I played that the other day. I guess maybe what I'm referring to is the demo version of that and the development of it. Perfect Dark. Yeah, I always get whenever I get game cartridges from AliExpress, they come with Perfect Dark and you can just override it with a flasher. Alright, so in Game Boy Studio, um, lime green is a transparent color. And I like to export my sheets lime green. So this right here is our first mon, Ditto. We can join this together. This is just his idle, although I don't think he's going to be moving around too much. I'm going to have him in a daycare center, just sitting there. Let's make a copy, hide it, convert it to smart object. Look how tiny that is. Export. We can call this Ditto Idle. If we add more animations to him, we can just extend the sprite sheet. I think there's a limit, but this should do for now. Now we need a folder to put this in. Java Studio, Trijam 64. What are we calling this? Pokemon Ditto's Eggline. Oh, I can't export yet because I need to make a project first. Okay, and then I guess we could use a sample project. It uses color by default, but we should be okay. Once it creates the folders, we can start making our own folders in there. I always make a PSD folder where I put my Photoshop document. We have a fonts one there. And then we can, let's see, duplicate this tab. Keep the sprites open. Preview this. Sort this by type. Sort it by type again, because I don't want to see those broken documents. Alright, my Photoshop document will go in here. Let's export the sprite. Go here, press Control-2. Then we go to Ditto Idle. Oh, he's the color he needs to be too. That's pretty neat. 16 by 16 is the canvas size. It already has a default collision bounding box. So we can add a new frame. There's no way to zoom in, I think, on this. I can zoom in here, but it's not helpful for you guys. So I like to duplicate the first one. Yeah, put that in between, and then get this one. So if I play it, interesting. I wonder, I think I could zoom this in. There we go. It doesn't look right though. Let's try moving some stuff around. How about one? What if we just play it in order? Okay, I think something needs to happen over here. Yeah, maybe that third one. I could raise this one too. Oh, we can't do black. It's a special dark green. Alright, let's see what this looks like in game. What's cool about GB Studio is that when you update a file, it'll update in the game engine as well. You don't have to reload any assets. If I duplicate this, put it at the end, what would that look like? I don't know. What do you think, Snowly? Does it need some more Does it look jiggly to you? I think I also might be too fast. You think a fourth frame? Yeah. Alright, his hand is kind of like saluting a little bit. That's what it looks like. But how are these the same? that one to be first. We got that one there. That one. I think this one's missing. How does that look? Well, he definitely looks more gooey now, right? Alright, game world. Save the project. I'm gonna go to Spriter's resource really quick. I want to see what the Petalburg. No, is it Mauville or? Thank you. I'm looking for the daycare center. Interior areas, maybe? Yeah, I love Pokemon Emerald. That's the dojo, Liko City, Weather Institute, Daycare Center. Okay, so we're gonna make some carpet tiles. I don't know if I want to do the exact layout or maybe just make my own a little bit. Well, yeah, I did say popular known cities from the franchise. I don't know. I might make the room a little bit larger. That's huge. That's gonna look super tiny, 16 by 16. Computer should be probably 16 by 32. Or maybe what we do is line up the chair. So hard to move this around. Let me use the arrow keys. You've never played Pokemon Emerald? That was my first Pokemon game for handheld. I got it with my Nintendo DS Lite. My first actual Pokemon game was Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team on the Game Boy Advance. Alright, I think that's well sized. I'll just keep it on the side and we'll start making some tiles. Whoa, I didn't mean to click the weather. Alright, we need dark green. And then we're gonna make some lawns. We got 3. Pokemon Blue. Yes, love that game. I actually got an e-reader to read like little novels and stuff, and I found an emulator for it, and I installed a Game Boy Color emulator. I played a lot of what game was it? Pokemon Gold or Silver, I think it was. It was really fun, especially catching that shiny Gyarados in the ocean. I wonder how this is going to tile. Oh, I think it needs an outline. Oh, looks pretty good, right? Alright, now for this carpet over here. Did that scale properly? I don't remember it looking like that. Okay. Yeah, it does look like that a little bit. I want to make a stool next. We'll call this blue carpet tile. Man, I'm not sure how I feel about that 3 hour timeline. We're already 38 minutes. This is 9 pixels. This is 14 pixels. Yeah, I always they host this jam every Friday, and I always want to make something, but I get intimidated. I've participated before, but it's really hard. Like one of my submissions actually took 12 hours. Another game, Trijam I joined, my entry was like a week long that it took to make the game. I had to submit a late entry. It was pretty crazy. All right, we got a stool. Gotta make a shadow. All right, there's our stool. I think you probably would like working with GB Studio. They have some good templates. They just build off of the templates. I think you could make some really cool stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't want to do that. That wouldn't have been right. I also kind of felt like tracing it, but I think side by side is cooler. What do you think? Would tracing it be wrong, or should I just keep doing what I'm doing? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go with the flow. That soundtrack is pretty fire. I just hope it's well copyright protected and I don't get any strikes. I remember using a soundtrack like this. It was lo-fi, and they're like, you have to remove the audio, so I had to end up deleting the whole video I had. Oh, Chill Pop has a creator program where you can use the music from their site as long as you have them in the description. That's pretty cool. I might consider that in the future. Having music in the background is pretty chill. Alright, we got ourselves a table. Now let's save. I haven't saved in a while. This document's already 1.3 megabytes. Call this tile set. Let's reload that. Cool. So we got stool, we got table. Let's make that fence. Yeah, so this you're gonna be interacting with Ditto, and he'll randomly just lay an egg. You have to walk around with that egg, hatch it, get it on your Pokedex, and then sell it. Use money to buy food for Ditto. Clothing, although I'm not sure how we would clothe this. Maybe make hats or something. Yeah, I think hats would be cool. Appreciate you hanging out here on the stream, man. I think I need to raise that a little bit higher, right? Probably need to make this a little bit taller. Well, it looks like it almost reaches the top, so I can go a little bit further. Just go down like a pixel or two. No worries, man. You're here now. Always a good time. Alright, let's see. Bring this up one. Has like a base down here. Let's go with. We did this for the base. And then we did this. Whoops. Then go with, yeah, let's go with that. And then we can do this in the, oh. Alright, we got ourselves a little fence there. We gotta make the corner fence though. copy this. Just move it over. I think all we need is this piece right here. So we go up 1, 2, 1, 1, and then this goes all the way up, and then that doesn't look right. Probably need to make that a little bit wider. This one's a little confusing. Piece in the middle. There we go. It's a corner fence. You know, I'm just gonna make the whole game take place in the daycare center. I was gonna make this whole thing where you can go outside and do stuff, but maybe we'll just keep it inside here. And let's see, how big is a background? These are the maps or level dimensions. Let's see, a good top-down one would probably be this one right here, cave. We could do house. So we gotta fit it all in here. That's gonna be challenging. Oh yeah, Well, let's save. We haven't done that in a while. Alright. Maybe we can make the carpet next. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Carpet could just be a square. 16, 32, 64. We need an 80. 80 by 64. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that whole crazy rotated grid. I'll have to make this longer. Coronian. Hey, Thorbjorn. Appreciate you being here. 3 a.m. That's hamburger time for Patrick and SpongeBob. I appreciate you. Hopefully I can finish a game within the 3 hours and watch you guys play it on stream. You guys do that on Thursdays, right? I've always wanted to submit to these Trijams. There's been some really good themes. I haven't been able to. I'm gonna do a really cool trick right now. Pattern overlay. Boom. It doesn't quite look right. What do you think of that carpet there? Thank you, Coronian. We'll see. What time are we at? We're at 1 hour. I'd really like to get a move on. Carpet 2. Oh, you guys do it on Wednesdays? Time goes so fast, honestly. I wouldn't blame you for getting confused. You're thinking of making web games of your game, web versions of your game. Yeah, do it. Is this the one that we were planning together on Notion? Oh, I remember those. Yeah, you should totally go for it. I think this will be a more interesting pattern. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like that. Oh, you do bonus streams. All right. Oh, I thought I had a shadow. It's not gonna look. We won't see a shadow. It's gonna blend in there. That's okay. Is that too contrasting? Maybe what I'll do is on the stool. Just like green out this area right here. We could kind of do the same with the table. I think that looks better. And now we can put the fence in there. Yeah, Snowly's a good buddy of mine. He makes some really cool music. Does some gameplay on YouTube. Probably get rid of that one too. It looks a little odd. Okay. Computer. Do we do the computer or should we? Hey Gary, you finished driving? Oh wait, I already have the cheat sheet open. It should tell me. Background. The amount of tiles that make up a 160 by 144. All tiles can be unique in logo mode. 12 sprite tiles are available. Dimensions. Maximum size for a scene lengthwise is 2040 by 512. Maximum size for a scene equal-ish size 1016 by 1024. Let's see. I think we might be able to go a little bit longer than this. We're getting there though. What is this width-wise? $192. What did that guide tell us? Let's see, maybe I can make this a pattern. And then I can fill this in. Let's cut that out. Paste it. Pattern overlay. Nah. I don't know. Maybe. Well, I'd say we build it out here first, and then we see how long the room needs to be. The wall should be pretty easy to make. I'm really anxious to get this room finished. Uh, so we got the back wall done. Back wall. We could make this a pattern, that way we can easily fill. Oh, I meant anxious because I also want to play it too and see how it comes out. I'm feeling okay though. What do we look like on time? 1 hour 15? Alright, got that back wall. And then we have those pillars on the inside. We can kind of steal from this. appreciate that. So this is not going to have the wallpaper. I guess those are little clouds or something. And then it's a little bit skinnier. How does this one work? Oh, you got some good themes next week? Looking forward to that. Always like a good theme for a jam. There's some themes that are really hard to work with. Number 365. I should probably vote for a theme too. Alright, that's going to be our back wall. I think it's long enough. We need a door now. Save. I don't know if we're going to have a door back there, because normally there's a daycare lady, but we're going to be the ones taking care of Ditto. Wow. Maybe a receptionist or something we'll put there. So door. From the vote so far, it looks like game from a movie quote is the most likely theme. That's pretty neat. I'm trying to think what's my favorite movie quote. You shall not pass. That's a good one. Like a boss that just standing in front of a door. You can't go past the door because there's secret treasure back there or something. You have to fight him. You die the first few tries because you're not powerful enough. Make it like a roguelite where you gain progression and it takes a while, but you can finally finish the boss. And then there's another boss in front of another door, and he's just as hard to get past. That could be really cool. Alright, let's make a window. Draw a little bit closer. So it should fit in 2 tiles. Ah, it must be 3 a.m. I think he left. Lord of the Rings reference. Oh, there you are. I wonder how I didn't get the reference. Not immediately, anyway. Practically grew up on Lord of the Rings here. PlayStation 2 games. Those were really good. Those were indeed good times. I used to just watch my nephew play. He was always better than us at those games. And we take turns sometimes. Yeah, Mario Kart was also another really good game. Double Dash on the GameCube. Oh wait, what did I just do? I don't want to flip it vertically, I want it to do horizontal. Yeah, we got our window. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. I played a little bit. I really liked that one too. I think it was on PS3 that I tried it out. That's the one where there's like ghosts and stuff, right? Yeah, it's a good game, Snowly. 2003, Lord of the Rings. Wow, that door is actually pretty tall. What? Backwall copy. Mario Kart built different. Yep. It's crazy the amount of times blue shells would spawn. I like the one track that's it's like an amusement park. There's 7 laps in there. That one was really good. Like Baby Park or something. Alright, what we got here? Call this window. We need to make a computer. Let's save our document. There was a new mod that came out for Mario Kart Wii. I think it's called Insane Kart. There's about 4,000 tracks on there. Alright, thank you, Coronian. I hope you got some good rest. Appreciate you joining the stream. I gotta watch your gameplay stuff for Trijam. Yeah, blue shells on Baby Park are insane. I'm really digging that soundtrack. Okay, I think this might have made it too wide. Or What do I know? I'll make this, I'll push that in a little bit. I'll push this edge in. Alright, I think that should work. This much work for a computer, huh? Alright, that should do. Computer. That's about 3 tiles away. Thank you. Coming along pretty nice. Oh wait, there's another... I might not even bother with that, to be honest. I think that's the table, right? The table that it sits on. We might as well. Make it like a cabinet or something, the 2 doors. Alright, cool. We got the computer, so that should be 1 tile away from there. And we line it up here. 1 pixel down. Nice. Alright, we're almost done. I don't know that I need these crates right here. Yeah, I'll make the crates. They look simple. Gonna make my own versions of them. Very tricky. What even are those? Is there like blankets or something? What color am I going to use for that? Oh no. I don't know what I'm doing here. Kind of wanted to do a reflection, maybe some symmetry. And of course that middle one is going to cause some issues. I think I know what to do here. I think that looks pretty good. We'll call this crate. There's two of those. That one block there. This is the counter, and then there should be two next to each other. One here and one here. The carpet and the fence should be over here, all the way to the wall. I wonder if I'm gonna line it up with. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I have to stretch this. In Game Boy, in GB Studio, when you walk in a grid pattern. You can do either 8 pixels or 16. So this one's going to be curious. Well, we're not going to walk back there anyway, so that should be fine. Our door is a little bit on the skinny side. Maybe it's just too tall. Make that like 1, 2 shorter. All right. And then we can put another stool somewhere over here. So one counter. Let's put it here temporarily. All right, almost done. The counter should be easy. Hey, we got three viewers. Welcome to the stream. We're making a game where you take care of a Ditto. You can play around with it. It'll randomly lay eggs, and you can hatch those eggs to get certain Pokemon on the Pokedex. Then you can sell those Pokemon to get currency to um, purchase food, furniture. This is for a game jam. It's a 3-hour game jam. I've spent almost 2 hours already making this little room right here. We got Ditto over here. He's doing his little jiggly animation. Alright, let's see. So the counter. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? against the 2 viewers we had. Got afraid that I said hello. Yep, the YouTube life. It's all good. It's all good. All right, got our counter. Let's move that up. Counter. Probably have to make it longer. I have a spare cartridge for Game Boy. I might burn the game too. Um, cool, counter done. Wow, the room's almost done. All we need is those 2 plants and the carpet here. My carpet should be easy to make. Let's do let's do 32 by 12. I guess we could do the whole thing. It's like a QR code. Ooh, you know what? No, never mind. I was gonna make a QR code, and if you scan it, it shows you the Pokedex entry for Ditto. But I gotta hurry up and try to work on some gameplay. Oh yeah, then we have to make the player model. That should be easy though. Maybe we can use the default one inside GB Studio and save some time. Exit. Wow, this is actually pretty hard. Does this even look like a plant? Let's see. That's not bad, right? Looks like a tree, almost. There we go. I'm happy with that. Land. All right. So we just gotta do the floor, and then we can put this as a room in the game. Thank you. Oh, I think it needs to be wider. Put one there. Oh wait, here. Yeah, I think that's spaced out pretty well. Now we just need to make a new layer under all this stuff. Fill that in. Layer, stop, pattern overlay. Put the floram. Oh no, that's really hard to see. What do you think of that pattern? Is it too, it's probably too crazy, right? I mean, that solid color doesn't look too bad. I'm just having this one carpet over here. Yeah, let's just go with that as a room, I guess. Alright, so room, background, daycare room. Nice, and then we can place an actor right there. Ditto idol. Sweet. Set starting scene. Player. There's already a player there. We can test this out right now. Takes a while to build for playtesting. It's taken unusually long. Alright, there we go. I guess it was a dream. Wait, no. Is that a starting scene? Where did those come from? You can have characters that just walk around on their own. I think some of those are here. I'm gonna switch projects really quick. I want to see something. Never mind. I can just look it up. Wandering NPC GP Studio. I remember there being a project I had that had the random walking. Aha, I think it's here. Yeah, this monstrous code right here. On update. I wonder if it lets you copy code within projects. That'd be pretty cool. Ah, man. No. Unless it's on one of those other ones. I didn't think of checking update. Yeah, it is there. Okay, cool. Now we have to draw the collisions. wonder, I don't think you can walk outside the room if there's no collider here. I'm gonna test it. Alright, man. No worries. Wait, why is the player not showing? At least Ditto's walking around on his own. But I can't see the player. Why is the player invisible? Oh, I get it. It's because on the scene initiation, I have deactivate player, and that'll hide the player from view. I think we should be able to see it now. That was silly. There we go. And it looks like you can't walk off screen, which is good. What's up, Ditto? All right, so on interact, let's I wonder if you can do emotes. Display dialogue. I wonder if you can paste in emojis. That'd be really cool. No, I mean you can, but it doesn't render properly. Let's see, I'm gonna make a variable. Talk to Ditto. When the game starts, so on init, set the variable. Actually, no. Every time you interact with Ditto, change the variable by 1. Variable increment by 1. Talk to Ditto. So if we do if mod 5, that means every 5 times we talk to Ditto, I want him to say something different. Let me just look up the right way to do that. Modulus GB Studio Map. Pretty sure if it's if it can be divided by the number 5. Ten, 5, 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Division operations, round down, and GB Studio. 10 modulus 5 equals 0. That's because there's 0 remainder after dividing. Test 1. Okay, let's see what happens here. It should say test 1 5 times, and then when we talk to Ditto 10 times, it should say test 2, and then 15 times test 3. Ditto. Oh wait, I forgot to delete this. Why did it do all of them? Well, I guess I could just do it the easy way. If talk to Ditto equals, I don't know, 6 or greater than 5. Let's see. If we have another one. Copy, paste event before. Comparison less than or equal to 5. Dialog, display dialog. Ditto doesn't seem to like it much here. If it's greater than 5, display dialog. Ditto seems to have a lot on its mind. Can we do an AND operator? So greater than 5 and less than 10. Greater than 5. Alright, I think this should work. Ditto doesn't seem to like it much here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Ditto seems to have a lot on its mind. 3, 4, 5. Ditto staring at you. Okay. Um, I wonder if it should say a random thing rather than having to do it. Get the same dialogue repeat itself. I don't know about that. Oh, I need collider there. How are we going to implement the eggs? Probably need another variable. We can call it egg chance. We need a sprite for an egg. Oh, almost hitting the 3-hour mark. I'm getting a little tired, to be honest. We'll make this the egg. I guess we'll make it random variations of eggs. We could make an all solid one like that. We could make one a lighter shade. Make another one. Maybe a striped one. Yeah, so I'm making inverted um, variants of the eggs. Alright, we have 8 different eggs that can spawn. Nice, it already has all of them for me. Pretty neat. Now we can just switch it to whatever frame we want. Game world, egg. Let's see, on init, we can say hide actor. We gotta call him egg. Ditto. I'm trying to think of the logic. Why should put it on a timer? Um, on update. Maybe I can make a blank sprite. It can be the egg manager. I have to be able to see it though. Alright, so on update. I want to do a similar random value for, let's see, Let's see, how many animation frames were there for? I think there was 8 for the egg. 0 to 7. Alright, so the way we have it now, there's only a 33% chance that Ditto can lay an egg. That's when egg chance is 3. I think. This should work, maybe. No. Oh wow, it already laid an egg. It's changing a bunch of sprites. Okay, I need that to be more random. Random, we can say 60 seconds. I wonder if it's 1 second to 60 seconds that it's doing the random of. We should probably also only run this if I want to say if the actor is visible, then run the code. Or no, if the actor is not shown on the screen. I don't know if they have that. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I think I know how I can do it. I probably need another variable though. Laid egg. Um, if variable equals 1, and then here in the switch, I can set variable laid egg to 1. Now we can do if I think we want 0 and then run this code. Yeah, so that should make it where it won't run while there's an egg there. If we walk up to the egg though, interact, and display dialog. Let's just say you picked up an egg, add event, hide actor, self egg, and then set variable laid egg to 0. There we go. So now we just have a random amount of eggs spawn. Let's see if it works. Maybe I might make it where Ditto can only lay eggs after it's happy, and you have to talk to him a certain amount of times before he actually lays an egg. That might be better. Let's see. Oh, another thing I need to do is on the init disable collisions, because even though the actor is hidden, I can still bump into it. But the egg manager here on update show, and then collisions, set actor collisions enable for the egg. Cool. Now we gotta wait for an egg. Nice. So let's wait a little bit. Let's say like, wow, it's been 3 hours. Yeah, so with that code, I don't think it should run again. It shouldn't say there's a mysterious egg. I can interact with this though. You picked up an egg, and it hides itself. Oh, I probably need to disable collision on it. On interact, egg, hide self, collisions, disable, egg. There we go. And maybe I might make it where it spawns in different areas, so it's not always in that center location. Nice. There we go. Let's see if another one appears. Nice, that was quick. Okay, this one's taken pretty long. There we go. Wow, that was like 1 second afterwards. So maybe we will make it zero. We can say like, I don't know, 5 to 45 seconds. All right, cool. We got something playable so far, but I'm gonna make it make more sense because right now there's not really much to enjoy. But I'll add more conditions. Um, Maybe you interact with Ditto, and that's what causes the egg to lay. Just his happiness increasing. And then I have to add my own custom sprites for different Pokemon that could hatch from the eggs. So yeah, I think that's it for this stream. We got 7 minutes left, but I'm feeling a little bit tired. So maybe we'll do an episode 2 tomorrow. We'll see. Thanks for everyone who joined the stream. I really appreciate it. I also hope to submit something for this jam. I think I have until Sunday night. So we'll see what I end up making. Thanks again, though. I appreciate you, Snowly, and you and Coronian for showing up on the stream. Gary, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, have a good night and happy Friday. Well, yeah, it's not Saturday yet. All right, see you guys.